Hey everyone, it is Annie. I'm taking over Kevin's Facebook Live. Let me see if I can turn this camera around. I just got here in time to catch the end of it, but we are getting the delivery of all of those Rose engines that Kevin, that we purchased a while back. We're just getting them delivered. I think there are one, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 maybe? I'm not sure. But yeah, these, I don't have all of the information about it, but I thought I would share just a quick little reveal of what's going on today and like what we will probably be up to most of the day as far as getting all of this stuff unpacked. Looks like there's tons of crates. There's Kevin. There's just a couple more inside the truck. So yeah, if you're just joining us, hello everybody, it's Annie. And we are unloading all of the Rose engines that we recently purchased. Most of it's already done. They came a little bit early, so we all rushed over here. But this is what we will be unpacking most of the day. We also have some fancy new hubs, so that's what's likely in these cabinets. So I will try and go live next time or whenever we get to these. But yeah, so all these things in these little crates slash frames are Rose engines. I don't want to open any just yet, but I'll see if I can get, because we still have to transport them inside. Luckily, Tucson hardly ever gets rain, so we are here. Let me see. This one looks like it's a little open. Oops, let's see. So yeah, these are Rose engines. I will try and go live again later once we start getting things unpacked. But once we get things unwrapped, it'll be a little bit more interesting. But there's Kevin, who's bringing out second to last, or maybe it is the last Rose engine. Nope, it's the last one. So Kevin and William have been unloading these probably for the last 30 minutes.
This is the most valuable one in the pile.
I don't know if you heard, he said this is the most valuable one in the pile.
I won't.
Ooh.
I will die with it. I can't believe I actually own one.
He is so excited, especially after the night he's had. So this, I believe, is the last Rose engine.
Am I clear to go in?
Being real gentle, heading into the shop. So I will try and go live a little bit later once we have oh, I don't know. Oh,
Coming down, we got
okay. Rose engine just tipped over.
Alright, we gotta set her down. Can you start setting it down?
Okay. So we're gonna try and
Down. Down, board clip.
don't really know what's happened, so
Okay, back up.
sort of tipped over.
God. Hey, Kevin, how? Oh,
So we're doing some
figured it out.
troubleshooting. Whew.
My God. I paid money to have them make that shitty pallet. I paid like $600.
Oh my gosh.
They almost ruined this.
Oh, but it's safe
Yeah.
for the moment. Here.
So this is a line art brocading machine. They're top of the line model. from like 1904. I will unpack it.
Oh, you get to see an unpacking. And a line hard brocading machine.
Yep. Wow.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Yeah, and it didn't get hurt.
Whew.
So,
We'll get some knives out and
yeah.
I'll go live again later.
You can see where the legs punched through this pallet.
Yeah, so it was almost a catastrophe, but at least it happened here and
Yep. Wow.
not elsewhere. But
I can't believe I got one of these. So if there's ever a lesson to be learned, don't have an online auction in the middle of a pandemic. And if you do, take amazing pictures and make everything available for shipping very easily. They did none of that. And a machine that sells for $20,000 went for $500.
which is unbelievable.
That's how we ended up with all this stuff. I put the opening.
Barely what it makes, huh?
That's it.
Oh,
Thank you.
That is cool.
Thank you. So yeah, what these things do. Hey, thanks. Do I have to sign anything?
What's your name?
Yeah,
We're good.
We're
All right.
good.
Got it.
thank you so
Talk
much.
to you guys later.
Oh yeah, there'll be more coming. Later. So this company was Arnberg out of Attleboro, Mass. And they've been in business over 100 years, making cufflinks and men's accessories, jewelry accessories. And for some reason, I don't know what possessed them, but they put an auction on in the middle of a pandemic. And they put all these machines up at the same time when there's not enough people
Interested
in this stuff
in
to
it.
do this. What?
So,
Yes.
except Kevin.
So yeah, they had an auction and they staged it so that the auction ended every 30 seconds. And I didn't think there was any. I only wanted one of these machines. My goal in life was to own one. And I was prepared to spend whatever, my wife's here, but I was going to mortgage the house to get one. And all of a sudden, we ended up with, I watched the first auction end, and I bid $500 as the opening bid. And I won it, and I thought, oh no, what's wrong with that machine? I kept thinking there's got to be something horribly wrong. The picture was terrible. And then, one after another, I won them all. And I was like, oh my God.
Oh no, what happened?
And then I started thinking, are these things on like the top floor of a building and I'll have to disassemble them all into little pieces and carry them down individually? I had no idea because there was no information on any of it. But no, we brought in our regular rigging company and they did it all for us and did a great
That's
job.
amazing.
Except for this one.
Except for this one that fell through the
maniacs.
pallet. So I have a question. Right over here, is this? Are these samples?
Yeah, this is some samples of what it can do. So these are little men's rings with little Greek key pattern. It can do a lot of different things. This is the chuck, and it would machine all those little parts and pieces. It's pretty amazing. They're really beautiful machines. And so Jeremiah will have the rest of his life to start restoring all these. Normally I'd like to keep them original, but they painted them with house paint.
Like
Bunch of
sometimes
maniacs.
they need to be a little
Yeah. So this
cleaned
one,
up a little.
This one is going to a watchmaker up in Phoenix who builds a few watches a year, one at a time by hand, and does amazing work. So this is a straight line machine. And then, what else we got here?
I'm not
This is
so many.
this is another brocader, a little bit different style. And this let me get a.
Looks like it's probably a
This one.
sample. All right, Kevin's excited about this one. He's excited about all of them.
This is actually what I went to the auction for to try to get. Was this machine right here, and this is a early Hall rose engine. So it makes really beautiful patterns.
You can see how grimy and nasty it is.
Yeah.
It's just like coated.
Yeah. Made in Providence, Rhode Island. Yeah, this one's probably early 1900s, maybe turn of the century. So it's very cool. Very cool. And then, in these crates, these are, want to get the cutters? You got it. This stuff here, I believe, is our Christmas ornaments.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
There will be more pictures once we get everything unloaded.
I don't know what's this is.
Do not pick.
Oh, this is the rolling mill
This is a rolling mill.
for the patterns, because we ended up with another pattern company. But these patterns make full 6-inch wide sheets.
Oh, that's
And
exciting.
we've got hundreds of rolls to make, so we can mass produce
Wider pattern
pattern
sheet.
sheet. Like if you need a 6-inch wide piece of copper 100 feet long, we can make it.
We'll be able to do it.
Yeah, or silver. You guys are crazy.
All right, there's William with the cutters. So we're gonna unband this crate.
We need
So this is better than any birthday, better than any holiday. Yeah, so if you are just joining us, we are unloading the delivery that we got from auction, a bunch of rose engines, brocading machines, straight line machines, and some hubs. So that's what we're trying to do right now is we'll get into this crate, which is probably Christmas ornaments. But as you can see, so this is our shop. If you've never been here, our shop starts about here. We share space with a blacksmith, Doug Thompson, and then we own up until this building. So this is all us. So once this pandemic is over, we'll start having friends over again. While they go get that crate open, I'm just gonna take you back through and show you some of what we've pulled open so far. So this is a rose engine. So this is the one that he wanted, the main one that he wanted. So it's from Providence, Rhode Island. All of these will have to be restored.
Or thrown away.
They won't be thrown away. We're talking about Kevin. Pull this open a little bit more. Like I said, it's the brocading machine. I found this little sample thing in here. So that's what this type of machine would do. So these probably hubs. Not sure what this one. He said this one's going to a watchmaker up in Phoenix. Oh, it comes with a light bulb apparently. I'm trying to give you a shot down in here. I'm not sure what we're looking at, but it's pretty cool. Head back over to where they're opening up that crate. Oh, and there is Vincent. Good morning. What do we have here?
These are brocading patterns. They go in the brocading machines.
Does it say Disney?
Probably.
And this wood goes
And
in my
religious.
car.
So these are the plates that make
Courthouse in Greensburg, New York.
looks like this one did not survive the trip.
Oh,
Cedar of Lebanon. Ooh, is that a porcelain?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. A lot of these are, kind of silly.
MGM Grand Las Vegas.
Yeah. So the stylus follows it, and then the cutter just cuts the pattern. Yep. All right.
These are interesting. Oh my gosh.
So we got a bunch of these.
These are my favorite, I think.
Danielle's picked her favorite.
To display them.
Look at this bird.
Here, where's the cutter?
Oh my gosh. So, you know how these work?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Do we want to take a quick tour over to where I can just place it in?
We'll take Peace and Happiness, and Vincent will kind of give us a rundown of how this works.
Well, this is the pattern that it follows. If you guys have ever seen a pantograph, it's basically the same method. It's a very similar method, except this actually spins, and you can see it's kind of worn down from the thing spinning around it.
Heading inside because of course we have one.
So this would go right here.
Okay.
Set screws here, center it. There's a little diamond tip bit right here that follows it as, and so as this moves, this
Okay.
adjusts this diamond tip, and there's a chuck here and a little piece, like a little piece of gold or silver in the chuck. It spins, and this engraves this image. And that is how a brocading machine works.
So all of those plates that we saw outside,
Exactly, they're for engraving.
they're for engraving. Amazing.
Yeah. I'm gonna go get my jacket and get
Okay. I am gonna head outside, see what else we are unpacking. Oops. It's actually a chilly morning here in Tucson, so everybody's putting on jackets and long sleeve shirts.
Come see these, man.
Headed your way.
Start opening up some other ones.
Ooh, these are the Christmas ornaments, right?
Yep. Start cracking open some other things. You got it. Do you have the nipple? Oh, you got the nipple. Yeah.
Wow.
Watch yourself. There's a bunch of nails. Aren't these pretty?
These are gorgeous. Ooh, look at that.
Yeah. So these are Christmas ornaments. This is the entire collection, going back 100 years.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, look at those angels.
2002.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made them every year for over 100 years.
Ooh, these are massive.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
They are absolutely
Watch your
beautiful.
hands, there's nails. Wow. Well, we're going in the Christmas ornament business.
Yay!
Yay!
Basically, yeah, they'll basically just be stampings, and you guys will have to finish them out. Why don't you help, Vincent?
Well, yeah, I just got here.
Wow, these are stunning. Do you know what company they were?
I remember.
Okay.
What's the name of the company?
Gorham.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Oh, they're from Durham?
Yeah.
Look at that angel.
Oh, look how that's Celtic. I've never seen.
Ooh, they are pretty. Christmas is gonna be like really good here this year. We'll have some great stuff to offer.
These two are the same.
Yeah.
Weird.
There's probably duplicates because they produced a lot, so they would have needed backups.
Gosh, these are
These are forces here. So these are epoxy, and they would have been part of the force.
It looks like
Yeah.
maybe
So there's the
or similar.
similar, yeah. So you have your master hub, and then you have your forces. Yeah. This is a cutting die. Here's a
They-
female.
Yeah, these aren't easy to just pick up and go to the next level.
No, these are really heavy, guys.
Ooh.
Those are awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aaron, these look
You gotta
large.
show- yeah, you gotta.
They're probably what, 3 inches?
You're not making jewelry out of these guys.
These will be stampings. Look at that one. Wow,
This
that
is-
one is really Beautiful.
Yeah.
And so this one is another force. And another resin. Yeah, these are massive. Whoa, they're really, really beautiful. Ooh, I could see it just once we get stamping, like cutting these apart, using them as parts of jewelry. So, hi, Jessica, I see your grandma collected them and periodically wore them. I am 6 feet tall also, so I would definitely wear them as pendants.
I can't do anything. My job is
Let's...
I love the answer.
Here's some more. Not sure what these... Look at this one.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh my gosh, it's just what everybody's wanted. How interesting.
Holy Communion.
Holy Communion.
My confirmation.
There's like a crest of some sort.
Oh yeah, that's cool. You can put your own thing in there.
Mm-hmm. These are neat.
Yeah, when we saw that they were available, I was like, we gotta
get these.
I like these. He's like, okay, we'll just add them.
This one didn't. Kevin said this shelving fell apart, so all of the are way down in there. Let's see. There's Adolfo. He's here, ready to join the party.
Lots of religious.
So pretty. Then we get to figure out where to put everything. Oh, let's see. Yeah, here are more of the, well, not more, but some of the same ornaments. Over here. Oh my gosh.
and they're not rusty because they weren't forgotten.
Sneaking in here. They're in here?
Yeah, but they're
Oh, they're sideways.
These came from Eagle Tool and Die, and they were originally
Whew.
and the guy who runs Eagle Tool and Die is just retiring, and so these were never like actually forgotten about or abandoned, rather.
Amazing.
So, yeah, these don't have any rust. They're ready to be used.
That is a rarity. We don't have to spend days and days and weeks cleaning.
Yeah. What is this?
I mean, look at that detail. There's a cross. Beautiful. So you can see this is probably a good 5 inches long. Oh. What is in here? So these would have been, well, this is a cutting die, a trim die. Here's a force. So once we publish this live, you'll be able to go back and see it's made out of epoxy, special kind, but would have been used as a force.
hey.
Mitch is joining the party. So at least, you know, it's not in the middle of summer and 120 degrees. It's nice little cool out while we absolutely destroy our front drive temporarily. Unpacking some of the greatest tools. It's always brand new and exciting. So I know Kevin has said in the past, often we don't know exactly what we're getting. Places want to sell everything, so you don't get to pick and choose.
Good. You have a lot of meat you gotta pack.
So there is a lot. Let's see if I can dig in here. Maybe for some more ornaments. Hard to see, but there's another ornament. This is a trim diet. Oops. Whew. So this is, if you're just joining us, we are unpacking all of the machines and tools that we got from an auction. Ooh, that's beautiful.
Right? Yeah, that's very cool.
We'll get down to like the second layer, but these are the ornaments. Oh, Jessica, this is like a 5-year-old opening Christmas presents. That is exactly what this is. We all turn into children. Okay, I'm gonna try and come in here, but I gotta watch my step. All right, what is this? Oh, here's a sample. Oh no, it's not a sample. That's a fourth. Maybe. Who knows?
Probably a horse. There's the die.
Similar. Whew. So it looks like if you want, I'm not gonna stick my finger in there, but a disco ball, a bauble ornament, my guess. Let's see what's the. Oh, everything in here is a little too heavy for me to pick up and show you. Yeah, so all of these ornaments, we will be eventually offering them all as stampings. They are a little too big for use without like industrial scale presses, but so far the plan is to offer them as stampings. So yeah, we've got a busy morning of unpacking and sorting and then figuring out where to put everything. Because nothing is small. Everything that we get is big and it's heavy and beautiful. I'll try again and go live a little bit later once we get things a little bit more unpacked and I can show off a little bit more. Bros engine. So yeah, this is what we do. So if we're a little slow to respond to emails or phone calls or messages, this is why. We will probably be doing this at least the rest of today. We'll get it unpacked and inside, but then we'll have to go through everything. Yeah, so in here, the one I'm excited about. I'm excited about it all, but these will be hubs. William's over there working on unpacking another crate. And so I'll save this video after we're done with the live, so you can go back. Kevin at the beginning of the live kind of goes through and gives us a little tour of what is what. I'll go back through for those of you who didn't see. This is the one that Kevin was initially really excited about. And then right when we brought it inside, it fell through the base of the pallet. So here's some more play. That's sort of like what Vincent showed earlier in the video. Jeremiah will get everything made, or not made, but rebuilt and working, and eventually we will start putting all these things to use. It's a big pile of stuff. Vincent,
Annie.
Hi, Doug.
That's exactly what they are.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying that Vincent's unpacking another crate. I will continue. Whew. Let's see. We don't have all of these unwrapped, but I'll try and give you some sneak peeks. And definitely go back and after we post the video, go back and take a look and watch it, because Kevin gave some really good info about everything earlier on in the live.
Yeah, they're really pretty. Wow.
So, oh, interesting.
100-year-old book.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Ephemera.
Yeah.
My
The
favorite
best.
thing.
It's all the instructions on how to set the machine up for each individual
Wow.
pattern.
Oh my
1970.
god, we have an actual book.
Yeah.
Instructions on how to set up the patterns.
Finally,
Yeah.
something.
Drawings.
Yeah.
That's great.
Beyond.
Very cool.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh.
This one's real delicate. I don't want to touch it.
Yeah, that's great. Is it wood?
Yeah, but it must be that it was attached
To something. The parts bin. Huh? Said the parts bin. Like, if you're missing a part, look in here. So we get another crate open.
Oh, asbestos! Yes! A what? Asbestos. Ooh.
Wow, these are cool.
Oh, they're rolls?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
I was wondering where the rolls were.
Yeah.
Fine.
That whole thing's full of rolls.
Covered in cosmically.
As in whale, Vincent would say whale grease.
So these are the big 6-inch.
Yeah, there's a few cases of them.
Ooh, these are beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah,
They will need some cleanup.
Yeah.
Need some love. I will come back and dig through them though. So these are all rolls that would be made or be used to roll sheets. So eventually, once we get to it, we will hopefully start offering sheet. They're grimy, which is good. They're protected. They're not very rusted. That's a nice kind of like silk pattern. 13 pallets. 13 pallets. So this is what we are doing today. We'll still be packing, we'll still be shipping. But the bulk of what we'll be doing is getting all this unpacked inside before we can even start sorting. So just gonna go back over. These are ornaments that were, I don't remember what company or Vincent said they were used for, but originally they were for Gorham. Designed for Gorham. So beautiful. So yeah, get the scale. That's my hand. These are huge. These are ones that we would offer stampings of. Absolutely beautiful. These are like the most exciting days at work when we get these huge deliveries. I know, actually I don't remember if I started the live back when the semi was here or not, but we had a whole 40-foot semi here just packed full. Let me take the mask off a little bit. And then since we're out the truck, start getting rid of stuff. So yeah, this is just kind of gives you a behind the scenes. This is everything that happens when we get a huge delivery. It's sort of all hands on deck. Everybody's jumping in to help. No pucks are being made right now because we're unpacking. Yeah, I don't know if you could hear, there's a lot of activity, but Kevin's like, make sure everybody watches your hands because there are nails everywhere in these crates. So we're trying to do a little bit of cleanup. Ooh.
Oh, hell yeah!
So these are samples?
Yeah, this is what the company made.
Oh, wow.
That's good. That's very cool. That's cool. I
That's
had no
gonna be
idea
fun.
what I was buying. Look at these.
Mushrooms.
Oh, people are gonna lose
That's
their
cute.
minds.
This is really cool. Look at all these drawings.
Oh shit! I shouldn't curse on
It's-
live stream, but it's exciting.
Wow, compacts.
Finally, actual drawings.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
4 boxes.
Mm-hmm. So what these are is this shows you how to set up the machines to engrave these patterns.
Which is rare because
Yeah, it's
most
pretty
things we get do not come with any sort of
No. just a few
instructions.
away.
It's not.
So here's a pair of cufflinks.
My fancy shirt.
Yeah.
Wow,
This is
this
the whole
is-
line of the company, I guess. I had
This
no
is
idea
really
what I bought
valuable.
when I bought this because I just bidding in the cabinet. Once again, if you're going to have an auction, at least show what's in the cabinet.
Not just a cabinet.
Usually people would just buy the cabinet and throw everything away if they didn't realize the value in trying to save some of the history. Lock it.
Ooh, scrolls.
1908 locket. Oh wow.
Wow.
60 cigarette cases.
Yeah. I don't have COVID.
I never insinuated that. But
Oh, another cufflink.
Packing up a lung out here.
Yeah.
All right, Vincent, what is that?
I mean,
The Charm Craft.
a little bit last night. People might be worried about
There's
you.
another
Oh, so just rubbings of the
Yeah,
pattern.
I think that is a rubbings, and then these are St. Christopher badges.
Wow, these are really special.
Oh wow. Oh, that's awesome. Check that out.
I like when they go strong.
January 22nd, 1976.
Okay. They are just rubbings.
Yeah.
How interesting.
I never thought of transferring just the image that simply.
No. But it's so smart.
Yeah.
Just doing a little charcoal rub.
Shipping. Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's all just little different designs.
So pretty.
Hey, a catalog. For the convenience of its customers. The first of a series of photos of charms and charm bracelets in loose leaf form.
Don't take anything off the bottom, Dave, so they don't fit.
Wow.
St. Christopher.
St. Christopher.
That's a big one.
How interesting.
Oh, and then chains.
I think a lot of this
Yes, we
stuff
found
is
a
still
catalog.
viable. It's just not viable on the scale.
On the scale.
Yeah. I think a lot of this stuff's really neat.
So beautiful.
Queen of the paper. We'll put this in your office.
Danielle, yay!
I love the way that they.
Oh, take a
Just
rubbing.
did the
Yeah,
rubbing.
there's tons.
We should do that with everything. So this cabinet of ephemera.
Here's all the, hey, look, guys. Here's the sample board.
Oh, exciting.
So here's the entire line.
The sample boards.
They're all from the factory. I didn't realize I bought those. I just put bids on everything, not expecting to get anything.
Singer sewing.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I will want a rubbing.
Distinguished service. What's really neat when you dig through these things, you find all this really cool stuff that, you know,
You may not even
you
knew
wouldn't-
existed.
Right. Because these companies did work for everybody. These were really big companies, as you can see. And it's sad that they just get carved up like this. Really sad. But guys, no idea. Oh, that's neat. It's got a silver thing in it.
Oh, okay.
It's,
Here's the
yeah, there's the top.
top.
So this is.
See, even they get things stuck in
Yeah,
that.
even they get things stuck. Yeah.
It's hard to dig down.
Yeah. I'm sure that the last press operator who was running this decided as a joke, we're just going to jam the last one in. And then the next poor guy who has to get it out. Or they were probably running production and it got stuck and they said, well, that's it.
That's it. We aren't making any
Done
more.
for the day. I don't want to tear it off. Yeah, I won't
Work
make
on it.
Not that we couldn't
Later.
make more.
Working on another palette. Ooh, what do we have? What did we just find?
That's a stamping for a cigarette casing.
Amazing.
There's something in here.
So it's stamping for a cigarette case.
Bulbs.
Little tiny light bulb.
There's nothing in there.
Oh, dang. I was going to do a good reveal.
I'm waiting to see diamonds.
I'm going to get a sawzall.
Machine spirit. I don't know if I've seen one here.
Sawzall.
So yeah, these are more
Made it this far.
samples.
Oh,
Tie-tacks.
snap.
Tie-tacks. Hey everybody, this is Jacob. There's a lot of your package. A lot of your package.
That's isn't that a cufflink?
It's a cufflink. Yeah. Did I say?
Yeah, you said tie.
It's a cufflink.
Island.
Pull it out. The reveal. No tie clip.
Got a little.
We'll go through these.
There we go.
It's another cufflink sample. Make sure I put it back in the right little envelope.
Hayward. Sagittarius link.
Another cufflink Sagittarius.
Okay.
Kevin's birthday's in what, 2 weeks?
Very interesting.
You were relieved of all responsibility getting it.
Always, forever.
Oh, interesting.
Wait till you see this one. And I got this. Let's open this one. This is a machine. It was made by a company called Goodell. And as soon as the auction ended, I got bombarded with messages.
Goodell.
Yeah, because I shouldn't have won that.
You did though.
No. I can't believe people didn't bid on it because they're really expensive.
So, quick. Kevin, there's William, there's Ian, he builds all your presses.
3-seater Simone?
So what they do is they follow these patterns and it translates it up here. So even though this pattern looks really rough, when you reduce it by like 10 to 1,
the size of a
to
quarter.
the size of a quarter, it suddenly looks amazing. So a lot of these, a person would just sort of
Kind of rough it in the
rough
design.
it out. As you can see, they'd carve these in wax
It's
and then cast them
surprisingly
in bronze. Yeah, they're very rough.
Yeah.
But then when you reduce it, it looks pretty good. Oh, geez, they broke it.
Aww.
Oh, well. Where did it break off? Oh, right off the front. So, bunch of maniacs. We can fix it.
Yeah, that's a clean break.
We can fix it. We have the ability. That's the one thing, if you buy this kind of equipment, unless you got a whole machine shop, it's a nightmare.
You just like aren't gonna
Really
get it
difficult.
working again. You have
It's
to.
really hard. Because I find ourselves machining everything constantly. Just trying to get, things are really worn out.
Very outdated. This
Yeah.
is a nice crack bell.
Like, look at these gears. So we'll be making new gears. You can see how they just sort of rigged it
Oh
by
wow.
pushing it down. We'll be making new gears.
Shoot
I
up.
think I saw a replacement gear for that.
It is probably, but we can make new ones. It's not a problem. But yeah, if you don't have a whole machine shop, this stuff's a nightmare. You really
They
can't get
don't
it
come
right.
with owner's manuals, and there's no parts you can just go buy a replacement part for.
No, and none of the machines, like, they didn't make the stuff fit each other. They basically built the machines. They're all one-off pretty much. So, like, you get a machine and it doesn't have, like, you have two. Well, these are, look at these. They're all different.
Yeah.
They're all by the same company, but they're all, they just made them.
No interchangeable parts.
They haven't come to that conclusion yet that interchangeable parts is the future. Yeah.
Oh, here's another.
Wow.
Wow,
Yeah.
this is beautiful.
Yeah, they hadn't come to the conclusion that interchangeable parts is a good thing. So none of this stuff fits nothing. So it's okay though. We can.
This one needs an electrical absolutely.
Yeah.
Something in here. Memphis, 1907.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure.
A lot of this stuff, these hadn't been used in a long time. So here's your hand wheel, and you would just turn this, and it reduces it, and drives this, which drives
does
this, and traces that.
It's amazing.
We'll get one turned on for you guys, and we'll make something. Yeah.
And what machine was this, or what kind of machine was this
This
again?
is another brocader.
A brocader.
Yeah, made by Lionheart. I probably got the biggest collection in the world now.
Probably. They're all here.
They're all here.
So it's just like a
Yeah.
shim.
Yeah.
Here.
You can cut those kind of patterns in it though, so you can put live tooling over here, and then you can do really elaborate cuts
Amazing.
to make pretty things.
Pretty, anything you want.
Yeah. So look at this. This is neat. And then
Okay,
this
so
across. This
these
changes
ridges
Yep.
create the
These don't look like
pattern.
they're in too bad a shape. Even if they are, we can make new ones. But yeah. This thing, I can't believe this thing hadn't been repainted a million times. It seemed like every
nice.
year companies would decide, someone would change the color and they'd come in with a bucket.
We want it green, or
Yeah.
we want it.
And then they would just basically slather paint all over everything. This thing
This one's
seems to have
really
never been-
nice.
Yeah. It's never been painted. It's amazing.
Wow.
Really amazing. It hasn't had anything horrific done to it.
You celebrate like the small victories.
Yeah, a lot of them, they'll cut this middle out. And they won't do a pretty job either. They'll use like a hammer and a chisel and just bust this stuff
Chunk it
out so
out.
they can turn bigger pieces. But this thing has not had anything too horrific happen to
Really
it.
good.
Yeah. We'll get them cleaned up.
Get them cleaned up. We'll get everything unpacked
Jeremiah's going to be busy the rest of the
forever.
forever. Yeah.
Ooh. More patterns of some sort.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Jeremiah realizes that he's going to be the lone expert on fixing these machines. Good thing he's young.
What are they made of, do you think?
Bakelite.
Bakelite? Okay.
Oh.
So these make
Presented for outstanding community service, 1971. Prudential, 1971. They use both sides.
so this made a like a compact.
Okay.
So they would engrave a compact. It's really cool. This stuff's neat.
Yeah. Well, what I find fascinating is like even if you're familiar, like you've seen cigarette cases, you've seen compacts, but to actually see the tools and the materials used to make them, it changes your perspective.
This lets all the secrets. So you can
Yeah.
see all the secrets of how things are made. It's really cool. And they would save these because sometimes you can convince a person that you want
Like
what
this
we've already
person.
made.
Like
Yeah. Very cool. That was so
really
cool.
interesting.
Yeah. I'm glad I got this. I think I paid like $20 for all these cabinets.
Because no one else was interested.
Yeah.
Terrifying. They're just like
Oh, what's this?
more patterns.
More patterns, just like chains.
It's all chain.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Oh, what? This stuff is so old.
A800. The Vennerbeck and Place Company.
So like people who are into costume jewelry, these are the samples that would have been used in the factory to build off of.
What was the name of this company?
Arnberg.
There's a little pin.
So we have guys coming with all this stuff too. They actually forgot and left a bunch of stuff in the factory.
Oh no!
They called me yesterday and said, "Are you gonna get your stuff out?" And I was like, "What
I
stuff?"
thought we already did.
So apparently there is more.
Oh boy. Oh, so these are a cabinet. Oh, these are the sample boards? Oh.
It's got little,
Whoa.
there's like cars.
Hey Vincent, come here.
Okay, so it looks like we do have to get serious about hanging all these sample boards, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's... I've been assaulted. That's all that's happened today. I've come here and I've been told that everything I'm doing is wrong.
Oh my god, wait.
I don't want to cut the face of it.
So these are the sample boards. I have some wall space in my office.
Yeah, you're getting everybody's taking a hit for the team.
Amazing.
So we don't want to lose.
How many viewers we got? 34?
34. It's been fluctuating. We've had like up to 50.
Up to 50? Where did they go?
Probably to work.
Taking the day off.
Here's the other.
See all their pins that they used to make. Little cars. Pretty cool.
The lion.
I do kind of like how small this lamp is.
Mm-hmm.
Little tiny lamp.
Yeah, there's people who collect these lights.
Look at these. All these automobiles. So these
Here,
probably
post
tie
Darren
tacks.
This belongs to a guy named Darren Tiffany. So he's a watchmaker. And yeah, so this is his. He's gonna come down. He'll be excited to see it. Looks like it's in decent shape.
So I'm just peeking through. I don't want to. We'll have time to do tours. I just don't. So,
Look on this side. Oh yeah, there's a lot.
some tie tacks. So all these are all like samples of chain. Aaron's getting some opened.
These are much older.
Wow, these are lovely. Ooh. Whoa. Earring. Chain. This is amazing. So yeah, these are the company's sample boards. We'll have to be really careful unpacking these. Yeah.
Are those all pearls behind that?
Like, they're plastic. Ah.
So you can tell people on that.
Victory Pearl.
Pearls, yes, they are.
Pearls for the jewelry trade.
Two-sided.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Oh, so they would have been like the old poster.
I remember
Like a Walmart, you see the poster thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's set up exactly like that. I remember at the jewelry museum, they have a big wall of things. They're all like that.
Just big old pages.
So we have to build some sort of
What?
Mushrooms.
More mushrooms. Those are kind of adorable.
Yeah, it's so small.
What? Okay, we'll just start digging through some of this stuff.
Yeah, who stole the one?
So yeah, these are just samples of what this company made.
Ooh, hey.
Jacob found something. Oh, beautiful. These would have been cups.
That's a lot of them.
Yeah, but it's polished. Oh, good.
Yeah, like what Kevin had said, like costume jewelry. These would have been the samples, the company samples.
Some of these did not have envelopes.
Yeah.
Or they did, and they were just all over.
Oh wow, so interesting. Yeah, it's a little bit like Christmas. What's this?
Little Miss Lily of the Valley.
Little Miss Lily of the Valley.
So where are Eli and Katie? Think they're inside?
Ooh, I have not seen them actually.
Are they?
Let's see.
Boring.
Go inside. Samples. Let's see.
I could do this all day.
Yeah, all of these samples. We'll show more. All of their dress. So his little fob. Before I head in, I'm going to do just another quick little run through. These are all of the shipment, I think 12 or 13 pallets that we got of rose engine, the brocading machines, and so many other little things that we received, and we are slowly unpacking and sorting, and we'll come back once things get a little bit more organized, post some pictures, some more video. But we currently have a big mess to pack up, to unpack.
We don't have anywhere to put all this.
Yeah. We get things
You know,
delivered and then figure out where to put things.
I don't know how many of you guys have ever been to auctions, but you know, sometimes I've been to thousands of them, and only one other time did I see something like this happen, and it was in 2007. I showed up with a machinery dealer, and we were the only bidders on this whole factory, and it was horrific.
It's so sad.
Oh yeah,
It's heartbreaking.
We ended up with the entire factory, and I bet you there was millions of dollars worth of machinery. I know there was millions of dollars worth of machinery, and we paid $60,000 for what? So if the owners had any money at all, because it was a bank auction, it was a federal bankruptcy auction. If they'd had $60,000, because they owed millions in back taxes, and they auctioned the entire place off, and it brought $60,000.
That is
And yeah, and we bought it all. Well, I say we, he. I didn't have
Right.
any money. I had no money. And yeah, he bought it all for $60,000. And even then, he was like, couldn't believe that it had happened.
Yeah.
And that's what happened here.
And so it's just showing the change in technology, right? And how
Yeah.
stamping and this type of production
Yeah. this kind of
isn't
stuff-
scalable.
No, basically this is like the equivalent of, well, buying up VHS cassette tapes at Blockbuster, racing around like all these machines. This company didn't go to laser engraving. They didn't even go to modern pantographs. They kept using brocaders from the turn of the century. And they're beautiful machines, but I don't know.
In terms of scale and mass production, they're
not
not.
the way.
It's not the way to do it.
Yeah, everybody's just laser engraving. And then this company here producing Christmas ornaments for over 100 years, and they were hand carving master hubs. And it's just, it produces an absolutely beautiful product. But if you never knew that this stuff was possible, you'd be okay with the stuff cast in China in pewter. You'd
Or
be like, hey,
plastic,
or
injection
plastic and then
molded.
plated. You just think, well, that's fine, until you've seen a hand-carved master hub that produces a
Just-
silver angel. You would think, hey, there's nothing wrong with plastic Christmas tree ornaments. That's how they are.
But now that you know,
Now that you know, yeah, it's
they are beautiful. I can't wait to later get
the way
down.
this came about. When that company closed years ago, but this was the vendor who was doing the outsourced production, and that's the only reason they were spared, because everything that they had produced, they destroyed. There was nothing left, and they didn't. This was sort of like branded by them, but produced by this guy named Eddie.
Okay.
And Eddie and I are buddies now. Eddie and
No
I
surprise.
Eddie and I are really good friends. So he's been helping me accumulate more stuff. He's got a building 4 stories high filled to the rafters. He makes me look like a peasant hoarder. Eddie was a hoarder of epic proportion, because he's a tool and die maker, and he saw the value and he knew the amount of work that went into these, and he was horrified at what was happening.
So he's
But-
just like you.
Yeah, but he's a lot older, but he hasn't been able, at a certain point even he can't run production on them, not affordably. I explained to him my idea, and he was like, what, you mean they're gonna saw out the stamping? And I said, yeah, and they're gonna like it. And he's like, I can't do that, you can't just stamp this and not finish it. And I'm like, yeah, we
That's
can.
what we're gonna do.
That's what we're gonna do.
So just looking, these are the 12 days of Christmas. So these are 7 swans of swimming. There's a drummer, drumming. So I'll keep my eyes open. But
Oh, here's the 3 wise men. Yeah.
and
These
this
are
is a
beautiful.
force. This is
Yeah, that's an
a piper
epoxy
piping.
force. Yep.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Really amazing. We would dig deeper, but it's incredibly heavy.
These are very heavy.
They're-
These are not like the little
yeah, these
ring sets or.
no. But we actually do have a machine that can run these.
Yeah.
So we can run these.
Yeah, we'll
I have
offer us stampings.
Yeah, so we will be setting up production for these. Maybe
Hopefully this Christmas. Yeah, we'll
for
figure something
Christmas,
out.
We'll pull out I have 100 years worth of them, so we won't be doing all 100 years.
No,
guys.
there'll be a
We'll
selection.
be a selection, and then every year we'll do a run of them in silver and copper. And then we can even silver plate them. I mean, that would really be
Yeah.
a realistic thing
That's
to do.
that's a really maybe that's something we can do a video on, just
Yeah.
talking about at some
We
point.
can
It's
all
like
do them in a batch. So what I can do is we can send the entire batch of copper stampings out to be silver plated, and then they'll look great. But I mean, I'm happy to do them in silver, but
These
it'll
would
get kinda
be
nuts. That's why these aren't
very
being done.
expensive.
Yeah, that's pretty much why they're not. Why it stopped being made.
Right.
When silver was $5 an ounce, $4 an ounce, this made sense.
what, 30.
At $30, $35 an ounce, not so much. Because even when I told Eddie, I was like, you should run them, and he goes,
There's no way.
because he runs off of a big coil and an automatic feed, and he was like, I'd have $100,000 in that coil.
Just in silver.
I'm like, I'm not going to do that. He's like, you're
Whew.
nuts.
Okay, they're taking the side off.
Oh yeah, this is your rolling mill, Vincent. Oh, is this? Yeah, it should be. So we got the rolling mill for the roll company.
For the 6-inch,
The 6-inch rolls.
Rolls?
Yeah.
so they're taking that apart. These are some of the rolls, the pattern rolls. So these would roll 6-inch sheet, but eventually,
So this is how they used to make a lot more delicate patterns because this stuff is early, and it would have been, you would have rolled the metal then stamped it. So this stuff would have been used for all sorts of things like lockets and accessories.
these shallow, subtle patterns are so useful.
I've got a display board full of these things, and I can show you.
It's back by the,
Yeah, back with the drinking
Okay.
fountain. We should probably move it. But yeah, these are really cool. Really cool.
oh, there's a nice like.
I know a
linen.
lot of you guys are used to the big, heavy, ornate patterns, but they didn't roll that stuff. It was normally done in a stamping press. All those real deep, high relief stampings that we do, they weren't rolled. They were stamped. This is all rolled material. So this is like an engine turned pattern, and it would have produced a really pretty, just striped.
The stripes.
This is really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. You'll see it when we do it.
Yeah.
You'll be all excited. You'll be as excited as me. These probably have, these were made, well, the machine is from the 1880s, 1890s, so I'd imagine the rolls are probably similar. Probably ranging from the 1890s on up to probably the 20s or 30s.
Okay. Here we are unboxing the rolling mill.
Oh, it's a heavy pattern rolling mill.
Ooh, that is big.
Yeah. Oh yeah, settle down. Don't want you to hit somebody with the hammer. I know where you guys are. I don't think he used enough nails.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, really be careful so we don't get impaled.
Let's use a 5-bar. Try it out.
Stay away from the impaler. Oops, this is the rolling mill for the large rolls. Trying to get that top bar off.
Can you try that back into the I'm going to pull on this?
There, we got the top off.
You know what the box cutter is?
Ooh, I've not even seen one.
I think Nick walked off with it.
Yeah, this is ancient.
Be right back.
Oh.
Yeah, this is really old. The first thing we'll do is remove all these silly safety guards because they don't look very pretty.
Are you
They're-
sure?
Heck yeah.
It looks like my high school.
I know. It's so ugly. I'm not going to cover up all these amazing gears.
No.
This,
This is an old rolling mill.
You let me borrow a
It's in a cage. We need to set it
Oh,
free.
there's a big drive wheel.
Yeah, those are heavy batteries. Oh my god.
This is really old.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is older than I expected.
It's older than what we, I think it's probably around the same age as some of the early ones you have.
Yeah, but it has the original drive system.
Yeah.
So, what age are you thinking?
1800.
1800s? Okay.
Like 1870s or 1880s. The really early wheels have this kind of S curve in the spokes. By the 1900s, that style had kind of gone out of fashion.
Wow.
And the legs aren't broken.
Woo!
I think. So that's exciting.
It's very small, but
Yeah.
For the size.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the unveiling.
Yeah, I know.
we need to fix it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's a massive thing over here. It's a brand new belt drive. Just bolted onto this thing.
Yeah, I know.
So that is the rolling mill
We're gonna unjury with this thing.
that will be used to roll these pattern rolls, these large pattern rolls. Wait, can I get to the bottom? I don't think so. Nope, there's just some more down there, but I can't quite get there.
You need a bat.
So here, I'm probably gonna head on in, do a quick little
Yeah.
review, and
I
then
think I'll keep. That's
Yeah.
nice.
bombard you all with photos later. But I need to go back in. People need emails answered, phone calls answered.
There's all these nails sticking out.
So, kind of another quick little tour. Beautiful angels.
Yeah. Look at this truck.
They're just so heavy. They're not not as easy to move around as the smaller silver heads.
Yeah. Beautiful. So you can see the big wedge. They're designed to fit in drop hammers. Good thing we have a drop
Good thing
hammer.
we have a few.
We do have a few.
Looks like there's a wall, a snowflake,
Yeah.
Celtic cross. See if I can get it.
Those are beautiful.
Really pretty.
Wow.
Really, really beautiful.
Can't believe the cost to build a single tool like that cost. You'd be looking at, God,
I was like,
15, 20. It'd be $15,000 to $20,000 by the time you got to that point.
for
By the time-
one.
Yeah. By the time you got it, you'd make your master, and then by the time you got it all to the finished size,
All tools.
also, and then your male and female. And then this came with all the cutting tools too.
Right.
So
So
you'd probably have $15,000 to $20,000 in each tool to produce these.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, in today's, like if you
vast-
wanted to make that
Yeah.
15 to 20 grand just to get set up.
Yeah. Yeah. To make one.
To make one. Which
So then
is
you'd have to sell $50,000 to $60,000 worth of Christmas ornaments
to pay for it.
to pay for it. And that wouldn't. Yeah. It's really kind of nuts.
So we're gonna sell stampings and not
Yeah.
try and
Right. We'll sell stamping. We'll do the best we can to get them out in the world.
So this is the cutting or
Yeah, these are cutting parts. These are forces.
okay.
Oh, this is actually a template. Template.
You're right.
So they probably were using a lot of epoxy forces.
So it feels like
Yeah, these are epoxies.
So that, I think
Two.
we can store the rolling mill upstairs. The one that's
That's
right
pretty.
really beautiful.
Yeah. Look, they put a little bail, a little jump ring, as
You
if
don't
we
even
can,
have to.
we're ready. Yeah.
That can be the first thing
Yeah.
you make, Kevin.
Yes.
Trimming.
You know what's really funny? I bought these without seeing them. I saw two. Eddie said, "Trust me, they're good, Kevin." And I was like, he sent me a picture of two of them. And I was like, well, okay.
If they're good, then they're good.
And then next thing you know, you got 10,000 pounds of really beautiful stuff.
And you have to figure out how to store them. And
I sold Vincent's college fund to Eddie. Yeah. Eddie's kids get to go to college now, but Vincent doesn't. He's going to stay here with me.
no.
No college for you, kid.
All of these
I'm down for staying, but I do enjoy college, and I do actually have to re-register again.
Yeah, look at this. That's pretty cool.
really pretty.
Yeah. Yeah. Sweet. I really like costume jewelry because people took chances with costume jewelry.
Sure.
And in the real world, costume jewelry is what survives.
Right,
Fine
it
jewelry
is.
gets melted and destroyed. Costume jewelry, it hangs around because it's not worth melting. And I think it's prettier and it's not so stressful. And I like the fact that everybody can afford
I was
it.
gonna say, like, everybody could have this
Yeah, right.
in brass or gold fill.
Because I've watched what happens with fine jewelry, and so the first generation loves it and cherishes it. The second generation melts it. As soon as times get tough, that thing goes to the pawn shop,
Sure.
and you're melting grandma's ring.
Because it means something to the person initially, and
Yeah.
then
It's gone.
it's gone. Oh, just little.
Yeah. So I
Little
really
settings.
like this kind of stuff better because it's not so much the value, but it's the sentiment behind it. It's much more
Oh,
egalitarian.
there you go. So
And you
that's
can see they
beautiful.
assembled all this. Nowadays they just cast costume jewelry as single pieces, but back then they used to die strike it, and it would be stamped in pieces. So you can see, like, when you see a stamping of something like this, just one of these little loops, you can see it's, and they combined it. Because you look at it and go, what did they do with that? Well, look what they did with it.
It was just a part,
was a part.
single piece
And
of
it's
it.
so they took a whole bunch of them and stuck them all together and made something really pretty. And it's really nice to have these sample piles like this, because without these sample piles, you sit there sometimes and go, what were they thinking?
Like, what in the
You
heck
guys
were
come
they?
up with amazing stuff, though. I see all the cool stuff you guys come up with. I know that a lot of the die makers and companies that we get this from, they hang out on our page. They don't comment or nothing, but I know when I talk to them offline, they're always amazed that you guys came up with something to do with the strangest things. And it's just really cool.
PNZ.
Yeah. Oh, Vincent they got the whole crate open.
I got it open.
William got it open.
Yeah.
Wow. That's neat. Hey, Annie, look at this.
Okay. Oh, it's good. Yeah, thank you. It looks great.
It even says Bethlehem Steel on it. Back when they were in business.
I don't know if y'all can
So,
see that.
I think my plans.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Bethlehem. If you ever get a chance, go online to YouTube and look up Bethlehem Steel. It's amazing.
So,
Well, it's really cool. They kept greasing it. This is how, look at that.
I mean, globe.
so I think my plans for it are take off the coil winder,
Yeah.
take off the
This,
Yeah. We'll make a better.
remove the motor and the motor mount and build a better motor mount and
Yeah.
maybe put a new motor, maybe keep that one. It's
We'll
pretty
keep that one. I like that one. I have another 1100 RPM motor if we need it. But what we'll do is we'll set it up from below. We'll drive it from below.
Here's the rest of the coil winder equipment.
And if we do that, we probably won't keep it.
look at that.
Well, this is great.
Yeah, this is exciting. Oh,
So whose office is it going in?
I mean, I'll volunteer. I will be happy to be surrounded by machines.
Trying to figure out, yeah, it looks like it's been repainted. And then
We'll just clean it.
yeah.
Well,
We won't repaint that one.
I'm gonna get back to work, but I will bombard you all with photos and probably more videos later. So I hope you enjoyed we will touch base once we get all of this in, and we'll share some more. So thanks for joining us.
Bye bye.
Bye.